Hi, Ogayo.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to Bale National Park.
All right, thank you very much. It is really a beautiful place.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. Hello viewers and welcome to Ethiopian Broadcasting Corporation, our weekly program Explore Ethiopia. Explore Ethiopia is a program where we focus tourist destination areas available in Ethiopia so that we are going to show you through camera lens. For that, in today we've arrived here at Bale Mountains National Park, traveling from the capital Addis Ababa like 430 kilometers. We've arrived at Bale Mountains National Park, which recently inscribed by UNESCO as a World Heritage. So this is very interesting livable areas. There are different habitats and animal species in this mountain park. So today we are going to discover all those animal species ranging from the unique and endemic animal of Ethiopia, and for specific for this national park, which is Ethiopian wolf, as well mountain Niala and other different species. So for that, in today I am joined by my curator as well a researcher and ecologist, Senagashe. He's going to tell us details about this big national park. Thank you very much indeed, I am Ogayo Muluna. Do stay with us. So let me start from this question, Sena. First of all, thank you very much for joining us on our weekly program Explore Ethiopia. Could you please tell us briefly about this park? First of all, let me start from that.
Thank you very much and welcome again. Yes, we are in the Bale Mountain National Park, which is established in 1917 in Gregorian calendar. And the area is about 2,150 kilometers square, and it stretches from north to south about 73 kilometers, and from east to west 54 kilometers. So it is a huge national park, and it is altitude is from 1,500 to 4,377. So it has. The national park has a different ecosystem depending on the altitude. For example, we are now here on the 3,000 meter above sea level. The altitude is 3,000. So this area is called the Gese grassland, which is the critical habitat for the mountain Niala. I will back for the mammals to explain later. But this is a nice ecosystem and a nice habitat for mountain Niala, which is the endemic, one of the key species for the national park. And if you see the right side and the left side mountains, they are the woodland. We say the Juniper saginia woodland. It's also a good habitat for mountain Niala. They use as a shade during sunny time. Then if you move on the left side, we see the Erica species or Erica forest, which also just rounding the mountain. Then the fourth one is the Afro-Alpine, which is the largest Afro-Alpine even in the Africa, not only in the Ethiopia, which is a core habitat for the Ethiopian wolf. We can see later, and also it is a water tower also. Because it is a high mountain. The altitude is from 3,800 to 4,377. It is about 1,000 kilometers. Half of the national park is Afro-Alpine. We will see later about that. Then the fifth ecosystem is Harana Forest, which is also 1,000 kilometers square. And the altitude is just going down in the Harana Forest up to 1,500. So depending on the vegetation, we classified the national park into 5. Then the Bale Mountain National Park harbors over 80 mammal species, 80. From 80, about 22 of them are endemic to Ethiopia. For example, Mountain Niala is one of the endemic mammal and also the key species of the national park. And from the beginning, the park established to conserve these key species and the Ethiopian wolf. After then, there are different kinds of researchers identified endemic species, over 22 endemic species we have. The second one is Ethiopian wolf that we will see tomorrow in the Afro-Alpine. The third one is Minilik bushback, and the giant molar we can say. And we have over 22 mammal species endemic. So this very nice tourist destination. 90% of the tourists come to see this mammal species.
Yes, Sina, I really appreciate for the brief overview you gave us about Bale Mountains National Park. Thank you very much indeed once again. All right, so I have seen and I have traveled through different parts of Ethiopia to take a look at two different parks. So this one is unique. The livelihood, the ecosystem, everything is special and it's very large and it's livable. But beyond that, what makes it special?
Yeah, thank you. By the way, conservation of Bale Mountain National Park means not only conserving the wild animal. It's not only for the tourism. It is about to safeguard live plate of billions, because over 30 million downstream people are dependent on the water resource of Bale Mountain National Park. We have over 42 rivers originating from this mountain, and they fed over 30 million downstream, including Kenya and Somaliland, North Kenya and Somalia, outside of Ethiopia, that means. And so Bale Mountain National Park is alive. It's alive, not only wildlife. So this makes the Bale Mountain National Park different from other protected areas of the country.
Yeah, all right. One important thing about Bale Mountains National Park is it has been recently registered by UNESCO as a tangible heritage of the world.
Yeah.
So what kind of updates are there after being it is registered? Is it tourist?
Yes. Bale Mountain National Park is registered as a UNESCO heritage in 2023, just 1 year ago. Then after that, the tourist flow is increasing. We are seeing now, even nowadays, 31 tourists visiting per day.
Yeah.
This is amazing for us, because before, even every year, not more than 5,000. But now, if this continue, it is really amazing. And also now, even different ambassadors are coming and visiting. They are posting about the national park, and the area is safe. And, so it's really amazing. We are happy now.
Bale Mountains National Park, among the high protected areas in Ethiopia, it has huge potentials for tourism here. We can categorize this into four types. One is the huge landscape of Bale Mountains National Park. We call it RC Bale Massif. We have more than 10 mountains, which altitude is more than 4,000, which is very amazing. Its up and the downs make us outstanding for tourism here. Most of the time, the trekkers or visitors who are coming to make trekking for long days, they use to hike Bale Mountains National Park. Maximum of like 15 days and maybe 1 day. So that means this mountain makes a special area for trekkers or hikers in Bale Mountains National Park. Among the mountains here, to name you, Tuludimtu is the second highest point in Ethiopia, next to Ras Dajan, which is 4,377. The altitude range in Bale Mountains National Park, this landscape is from 1,400 to the summit of Tuludimtu, 4,377 meters above sea level. The second category of tourism potential here in Bale is hydrology system of Bale Mountains National Park. It is the water catchment or water power of East Africa, it's said. In 1986, one of the researchers, the senior researcher in Bale, said, was called Hilma, to conserve Bale Mountains hydrology, everybody should contribute at least 1 birr. That means when we collect, it become millions, That is, it is a typical word for Bale Mountains National Park for conservation of hydrology. We can say you some of the water bodies in Bale. One is the big rivers. We have 5 big rivers: Gannale River, Wabe Shabale, Walmel, Dumal, and Web. One of the significant for Web River, after 130 kilometers flowing down, it crosses Sofumar Caves. That means, in other words, Sofumar Cave beauty is Bale Mountains National Park. The other is Wabe Shabale, on which Malkawa Kanadam is made on that. The other is Walmel, Dumal, and Gannale. Currently, government is going to make different irrigation systems on that one. That means, more than 30 million people who are at the downstream, northern Kenya, Somalia, Somaliland, and southeastern region of Ethiopia, they rely on this water system from Bale Mountains National Park. On top of this one, here it is outstanding value for tourism. We have many waterfalls, among which Habera or Fincha Habera waterfall is one of that. In Haranna Forest, we have also about 9 waterfalls, which are, a very attractive area for tourism in Bale Mountains National Park. The third category is wildlife. In Ethiopia, we have many wildlife. In Bale, it is very outstanding. We have about 82 mammal species, among which 47 are rodent species, and the other 35 are large mammal species. To name you some of the endemic and high value for tourism here, Mountainial is typically here, at the northern side of Bale Mountains National Park. The other is the flagship even for Ethiopia, Ethiopian wolf, which is found at about 7 places in Ethiopia, like Samim Mountains National Park, in southern Wallo, Abuna Yosef, Arsi Mountains, Manzugwasa, and also here in Bale Mountains National Park, which name is even less than 500, which is endemic and endangered. We have this high value for tourism, Ethiopian wolf, which is found in Afro-Alpine of Bale Mountains National Park, including the central part, which is called Kotera. The other is Milik Bushbak. The Milik Bushbak is the other high value for tourism here. It is endemic, and we can say of even endangered because its number is lower than the other wildlife is here. Bale monkey also, which is fed on bamboo shoot or in Haranna Forest, specifically found in Haranna Forest, the Bale monkey. It is endemic, and the same in Bale also is found only in Haranna Forest. The other is among the rodent species, the giant morat, which weight is about 5 kilograms. So these are high value for tourism, very attractive for tourism in Bale Mountains National Park. The fourth one is plant species. The plant species, in Bale we have more than 1,660 plant species, among which 32 are specifically endemic here. We can name some of the plant species here. Juniperus procera. This is the dominant plant species. The other is Hygienia abyssinica, Podocarpus falcatus in Haranna Forest, Scheffleria vulcansi and Scheffleria abyssinica, the giant lobelia, which is shrub, but which height is about 6 meters to 7 on Haranna, on Sannati Plateau. So these are some of the plant species and which are very attractive for tourism in Bale Mountains National Park. And they are, mammal, they are wildlife species, but outstanding to talk to you about avi-tourism or bird-watching tourism in Bale. We have about 310 bird species, among which more than 90 are migratory birds from Europe and Asia. To name some of the bird species which are high value for tourism or very attractive, blue-winged goose on lakes of Afro-Alpines there, and the other is, the other birds at the northern side of Bale Mountains National Park in the and Haranna forest. So these are, the beauty and high attractive value for tourism and as a research center even here, It is not only for tourism, it is the research center, Many of the universities from Ethiopia, about 26 universities are, very, using here in Bale Mountains National Park. So I can say this one, tourism is now, it's on very increasing rate regarding the number and the other issues.
We will see more tomorrow. For today, we see the key endemic mammal, Mountain Yala. Tomorrow also we will see the rarest endemic and the elegant Ethiopian wolf in the Afro-Alpine, in the high Anse mountain. Also, we will climb the second highest mountain in our country, which is called Tuludimtu, which is about 4,377 meters above sea level. So we will climb tomorrow together. Okay. By the way, we'll drive by car to the end of the mountain.
For those who like trekking, they can or hiking.
Yeah, they can use the horses, local horses, for example. They can hike using on foot. They can also drive. Self-drive is possible also.
Alright, I really appreciate the time I have spent with you this at Bale Mountains National Park. Thank you very much indeed. Tomorrow we are going to travel to the next highest peak area of Ethiopia, which is Sanete. Hope we are going to spend very interesting time. So viewers, what makes it special about this Mountains National Park of Bale is there is an Ethiopian wolf, which is unique endemic animal for Ethiopia as well for this national park. So tomorrow or in the next episode, we are going to travel to the second highest place of this area or mountains, which is Sanete, and hopefully we are going to see Ethiopian wolf over there. Thank you very much indeed. Do stay with us. I am Ogayo Mulena. Thank you very much.